Now to those hearings on Capitol Hill focused on wasteful spending by a government agency, an agency responsible for cutting costs for the U.S. government. The chief of the General Services Administration resigned after the lavish spending at the 2010 convention in Las Vegas became public, more than $820,000 worth. Soon, video showing GSA workers mocking financial waste and abuse were released.
Donate my vacation, love to the nation, I'll never be on the OIG investigation.
That's video of a GSA employee joking about buying everything a field office can't afford. The video was given an award at the Las Vegas conference, and the rapper, well, he was named commissioner for a day. There was also this video showing a clown mocking meetings.
And this is my commitment to our Go Green initiative.
A green initiative based on margaritas?
All our money, all the time. That's Jeff.
And an entire red carpet event for the GSA dinner. Congressional investigators also are accusing the GSA of violating its employee gift limit with rewards of iPods, digital cameras, and other electronic devices. And what you just saw highlights part of the problem lawmakers will tackle as they begin a series of hearings today. Just how do you keep government agencies from forcing tax dollars? I'm sorry I even have to ask that question. I'm joined now by Republican Congressman Jeff Denham. Welcome, Congressman.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I might add, you chair the subcommittee that oversees the GSA. You know, it seems to be a culture of lavish spending by the GSA. So you're going to hold these hearings, you're going to question people, probably embarrass them. But how do you change the culture?
Well, I mean, you just saw in these videos, it is embarrassing. And it is a culture. I mean, this is the agency that's supposed to be in charge of setting the efficiency for the rest of government. And for them to be not only out there spending like this, but bragging about it. I mean, people in my district are outraged. We've got twice we're double what the national unemployment is, and people in my district are saying, how can this happen? So, yeah, we're going to embarrass some people. We want to make sure that we hold some accountability, that we get that money paid back where we can, and that where the law's been broken, somebody's going to serve some time.
Well, I was just going to ask you that because a GSA employee by the name of Jeff Neely is expected to testify today. He was the man who bragged about wearing Armani suits in these videos. He's expected to plead the Fifth. This is in the ISA hearing, not yours coming up a little later. But what kinds of problem does that pose for you when people come to those hearings and they can't say anything?
Well, we've obviously subpoenaed a number of different people. We're going from the top down. It goes all the way to the president's appointee, who's recently resigned. But we want to know how the CFO, the chief financial officer, allowed these expenditures to go through. I mean, this is an account that we've been trying to audit since the first days that I became chairman of this committee for over a year and a half. And the previous chair, both Republicans and Democrats, have said, hey, show us how you're spending this money. What stimulus money do you have out there? What's in this public building? But we want to know. People have a right to know. So we're going to continue to dig deep into this and find out how far this culture of abuse and fraud and wasteful spending goes.
Yeah, I think voters have seen these kinds of hearings before where people are dragged out and they are embarrassed and they're asked very pointed questions by lawmakers, questions that should be asked, but then nothing much changes. I mean, in your mind, unless criminal charges are filed against some of these GSA employees, will anything really change?
Absolutely it will. You know, I'm a freshman member. I'm the new chairman of the committee. But this isn't just investigative. We want to make sure that there are penalties in place after the fact. And we're also proposing legislation. We want accountability. There is no reason that the taxpayers should not be able to see what's in this account every single year, whether it's running surpluses or deficits and what they're spending their money on. But people have a right to know.
What kind of penalties are you talking about?
Well, there have already been 8 people that have either resigned or been fired or, you know, put on administrative leave. The people that are on administrative leave, we believe there is wrongdoing and they should be fired. In some instances, we want the money paid back. And certainly where they've broken the law, we're going to continue to prosecute this to the fullest extent. I mean, the Inspector General has now sent this over to the Department of Justice, and we're going to continue to pursue it.
And just a last question. There are 4 separate hearings on the GSA. 4. Some are held by Republicans. Some are held by Democrats. Why 4?
Well, certainly this goes across several layers of government. I mean, from our perspective, this is the Public Buildings Fund. This is our direct subcommittee. But there are other committees that are doing the investigative piece and going after where they can, where the DOJ is involved. So this will go across both parties, both houses, and it goes across a couple sections. So I would expect this first set of hearings to go between all four. But we're looking at other issues within this that we're going to hold follow-up hearings as well.
Congressman Denham, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Later this hour,